Okay, welcome to October 5th. We're going to begin fast and we're going to finish fast. In between, it'll be all slow. And it'll be all me. On the output, I'd be on the input. It would be all you on the output, bringing in my input. Okay, I'm taking the word Nibiru, Urantia, Boston Bruins. I'm taking in the word in consideration for Washington on the dollar. I'm taking into consideration Columbus, Ohio. Columbus discovered America. Colombo, Colombian, Colombo, Washington, Columbus, Boston, Boston, Washington. What's going on in Boston and Washington? When you take the word Nibiru and with the word church, because that's all we're going right now is Nibiru and church. We got to use main words. So Nibiru becomes, hold on, my phone is ringing. Just give me a second. Hello? I'm doing a video right now. Can I call you back? Okay, give me a minute. Bye. That was my son on the phone. So the words we're using right now is Nibiru. And inside Nibiru, you can actually see, okay, N-I, okay, B-I-R-U. Inside Bruin is the whole word Nibiru. So Columbus, Atlanta, the Washington team, the Washington baseball team that came from the Montreal Expos 10 years ago, and now they want to bring back the Expos. Now they want to bring back Quebec. Now they want to check the borders. Now they want to do this. What are we doing? We're building. We're building a focal point of understanding for what you see within what I see. Finished. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world. It's just that we're in our own classroom. We're doing one thing. And we go into the world and we go, it ain't happening. Oh, look, it looks like that. We must build perspective. Because before you build a building, you don't have the wood, you don't have the building. Before you go anywhere, you plan for it. And you plan for the worst because that's the way we were taught. You plan for the worst, and there's nothing you couldn't expect. Because what I expect is I expect the worst. Everything they do, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to believe it, but I know it's there, so I just have to put it there and say I'm basing it on this. I don't want them to hit my brick wall. I hear it outside, but I don't want it to hit my brick wall because that would be the worst. Hearing it is nothing. So we get all these words, but then we come up with Atlanta. LAN is the communication network for the 3131. That's Jesus Christ on both sides. It's in Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia, because it's the year of George, 5775. And George Washington is the baseball team that came in. The Boston, the Boss Ford Market. Inside Boston, it also says the bar for Barack Obama. The bar is in. Bruin, all R's in the E world. French, all R's in the A world. English, B-A-R-B-E-R. B-E-R says the bear is in because the B is in the E family in both worlds and it becomes the B-E-A-R. So now you know the bear is in. I'm just trying to do something here. I don't like the quality of the picture. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so now you can see it right here. The bear is in, the beer is in, the ruins. B, A, beta, rata, angel, 3, 9, 2 and 1 is 3. 1 never sits alone. A has to go somewhere. So if it goes here next to the R in the A family, it creates the K. Okay, because the K is also in the A family because it becomes K-A. Instead of H-A-C-H, instead of R-A-R or E-R, it's K and J because it's after the sound of the A of the two letters using the consonant first, explaining that before the R was another A in the A family creating the K to come into the 11 world. 1 and 1 is 2. B-A-R-R-U. I-N. Now, I don't know how to do all of them, and these are only little things that I make. So here we get church. Here we get the Bear Church, Columbus, Washington to Boston. Columbus. The bus, okay, are new computer parts that are coming in. This is a computerized totality system that is inside your blood. Your blood, the sperm, the egg, they're constantly working. The egg is the information packet, the cells that go all over your body. The sperms are the workers in your body, and they're working like hell to do what they have to do. It's impossible. What do you mean it's impossible? Your heart is freaking pumping. How's that heart pumping? Just because science. wrote in a book something that you understand of why the heart is pumping, you're believing that. How life started? Why should there be life at all? It's sand and water. Oh, because it only makes sense? It only makes sense because you understand the belief and your own perception of the perception of everybody else who explained it to you. So you're only believing what they know. You only know because they know. Now you know. You're a big knower. Did you ever test it? And if you test it, how come it all works that way? It just does. Some things are hard to question. Natural elements turn something to be something, but the same way I speak to you, I make up from with what I see. I know no more and can know no less other than the totality of your perception and your reality. The lobes, the ears, EAR. The ears, the lobes, the Atlanta, Urantia, Boston, Nibiru. Coming from Atlanta, where Washington, okay, just played in DC, 4 and 3, 4 by 3, 4 plus 3 is 19. 19 connects 1 and 1, which is the 1 and 9 ball, 91, which is the spirit, which is 13 times 7 plus 14, which would be the ace. The ace after the king card, which is the 13th card, but it is the 11th value in blackjack, where all picture cards are 10, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, 10, jack, queen, king. That's 40, 40, 40, 40 in value, 160. You add the ace, it's 171, 1771, 102 is Valentine's. Let's have blackjack on February 14th. We'll extend it and revert it to the opposite of what it is and put it on November 17th or 16th, which creates 7 and 4 time of Christ on November 16th, Valentine's Day. The middle Valentine's Day is somewhere during the summer when I'm not going into it. Okay, I'll go into it. February 14, November 16. We're going to have 16 days here. We're going to have 14 days there. We have a total of 30 days. 16 down this way, 14 up that way. That makes 30 days. And all we took off is 14 days in this month and 14 days in this month make 28. 28 made 30. In a total of 58 days in the month. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have March, we're going to have April, we're going to have May, we're going to have June, we're going to have July, we're going to have August, we're going to have September, we're going to have October, and that's all we're going to have. We're going to have 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. Halloween, 304th day of the year. We spoke about that. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months that do not touch. Why do we go 8 months? Because the 2 months that do touch are partials, which would mean if the months touch, I'm going to show you how it works. This is what happens when it touches. This is what happens when it touches. This one goes inside this one goes inside this one. We're left with the core of the apple. This is who we are, squeezed between the two worlds. It's 8 months because the partial of this month and the partial of this month are over here and over here, leaving the rest of the year and the rest of the year, leaving the in-between of what we live is this totality here. We only get to live this part and this part, but they take care of this core or backbone. See the way it makes the legs? Because we only can come around this circle and connect to this. We can only come around this circle and connect to this. In between, it connects down here. We need legs. 31, we need a 6 here. We need a 6 here. We need a 6 here. 6, 6, 6 in between, because all zeros equal 6. This would be the 61st day of this month. This would be the 92nd day of this month. This will be the 91st day of this month. This, why? Because it's 3 per section. How do I know? I used to bowl. It was 3 strikes. That's all it was. You got 2 shots and different kinds of bowling. It's 3 strikes that went together. Either you got 30 or 45. Okay, in the 2 games of bowling. X, 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 30. X, 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 60. Okay, that's how it works. The same thing in pi. If you wanted to do pi, collect 3 numbers together on the left, 3 numbers on the right, and then do your parts of pi. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 of this and 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. 61, 61, 62, 61. 61, 61, 62, 61. 1, 2, 3, 4. The total is 245. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4. 5 times 4 times 2 is 40. 40, 9, 50, 51. 2 times 4 is 8, times 5 is 40. 40 plus 11 is 51. You found area 51. There's something to do with this number over here, but on the 254th day of the year, it was 9/11. This is your 51. Now our question is, if we move 51 days from this, from November 11th, we move 51 days. From September 12th, 22nd, the 2nd of October. What would it bring it to? Where would 51 days would bring you somewhere to the beginning of November? Anyways, same number, like 51 days before, after the end of the year, the beginning of the year. These are the numbers that come in. You have a total, like I said, is 245, okay, plus 30 is 275. The 30 from up here, 30 days down, 16 days down, and 14 days down is the 30. Because this addition was separated, I'm not going to add on the 6. But I will add on the 666 from here. 18 plus this is 293. Plus 6 equals 299. This is Saturn. This is Venus Saturn. This is 26,626. The number is this one over here. We add this 6 for the last 30, but I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. I rather do the 245 plus 18 is 263. 245 plus 18 is 263. 2 times 6 is 12, times 3 is 36, plus, and never mind, even all the numbers, whatever numbers I kept doing, 6, 3 is 9, 6 and 2 is 8, 2 and 3 is 5, 8, 11. They both create the 11 factor. This one creates the 11 factor, and this one creates the 11 factor. It's the same thing. The answer to the end of it is 47. And that is time of Christ right now. And that's where we are. And in the book, we're nowhere. We're in a book. We're in a book session. We're all sitting in the same room. We're drinking tea. I think it's tea time. Is it not? It's tea time. Whoa, I was into that book big time. What's going on? Is there a real world out there? Let's go out and see. 5,775 years. 2,000 years since Lazarus put his hands at the edge of the table and said, what's going on? I am at the head of the table. Why isn't anybody sitting on my right? Did you notice that? Lazarus is standing over here at the table with his 2 hands. Everybody's on the left, divided between Jesus, but nobody's on the right. Nobody faces Jesus. Nobody faces him, so no one is in front of him. Which 2 perceptions do we go with? Both. Thank you. Again, I pressed it then, it didn't end. Thank you for watching this video. Cheers. And it didn't end again.